Hey kids, time for day 3 of our spoopy story journey. And as promised last night, I am going to share one of your submissions. It is a quick and short one, so I'm also going to share one of my favorites and cap that with my true experience based around that story too. But I do need to ask your help one more time, because we do have a fabulous addition to our channel in the fabulous Azzy. Say hi, Azzy. She's giving me that face. We need a different intro and outro, and I'd love you guys' opinions on what we should do for that. So let me know. What should we say? What shouldn't we say? Should we not say anything? Should we say lots of things? But let's begin day 3 on our spoopy story journey. And I want to thank my submitter, Ben, B-E-N-N, buddy, for submitting immediately after I asked a story. You are amazing, and I love you. And I'm just going to read it exactly as it was submitted to me, because I think that's the genuine niceness of it, is you get their personality a little bit with their story too. So here we go. Okay, so here is my spoopy story. Okay, so I was in this rental cabin up in Georgia, right on the side of this huge mountain, and it was really cool, nice view, but that's not what we're talking about. So I was peacefully watching TV when I heard footsteps in the basement. Then I heard something fall. I was so scared I shook myself, so I ran to the bathroom. Then I went to the basement and saw nothing but a knocked down cabinet. Then I saw something run behind me through the reflection of the TV. I looked around the house and saw nothing, so it's probably a ghost. So I told my mom, and she said I'm a scaredy cat, but I knew I wasn't delusional, so I just didn't go to sleep and drank like 6 Monster Energy drinks. The end. Also, sorry for any spelling mistakes. It's also real. Lol. I would lose my mind. Like, if I saw something in a reflection of a TV, I'd probably be a little spooked too. So when I read that, I was like, I don't know what I would do. Like, even if my mom was there, I'd be terrified. So thank you for that, Ben. It is in submission and consideration, and I really, really liked this. I liked that you got right to what was spoopy, and it wasn't super long. So I really liked this, Ben. So thank you for sharing. If you have any other experiences or other stories that you like, feel free to submit again. You guys can submit as many times as you want. You can only win once though. And I want to preface, since that was super short, by sharing one of my favorite stories. And this comes from a state that is near and dear to our hearts, my birth state of Michigan. On the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, you can take a 8-minute ferry ride to the fabulous and wonderful Mackinac Island, which is known to house more dead than living. There are approximately 300 people that live year-round on the island, and tourists in the thousands there daily. When they're open for business, they do close in the winter because, well, it's on an island and boat travel is cut off at one point. But my favorite story, and I've done the Walking Ghost tour 4 or 5 times, my favorite story is the story of Harvey. The story of Harvey goes a little like this, and I'm taking some comments and statements from Todd Clements, excuse me. Todd is the ghost expert on the island, wrote a book called The Haunts of Mackinac that details all the stories of the hauntings at Mackinac. So I'm kind of taking a little bit from his words here and my experiences, like I said. So, story of Harvey is, a long time ago, Mission Point, which is one of the resorts on the island, used to be a college. And he was one of the college students attending school there in the late 60s, early 70s. His death is deemed suspicious. Story goes that he was there for the college summer semester to take some summer abroad studying classes at what was then the Mackinac College. Fell madly in love with a girl. And they were dating. And he fell so in love with her that the last day of that summer session, he brought her up onto the cliffs and proposed. Now the story goes that she laughed in his face and said, "You were just a summer fling. You meant nothing to me. I would never marry you," and laughed and walked away with her friends. Harvey was so distraught that he threw himself from the cliffs and died. When I say suspicious circumstances, the story that's most believed around the island is that our little summer fling girl wasn't just summer flinging with Harvey, and she did in fact have a boyfriend that she was in love with and did end up later marrying, that was so jealous that she had spent her summer with Harvey as well, that he pushed him from the cliff. He's been known to be seen around the island quite a bit, mostly in the Mission Point soundstage, where actually a couple movies have been filmed on the island as well. But my personal story, I've seen Harvey in person in the see-through flesh. The Haunts of Mackinac tour will take you around to several hot spots around the island. And when you get to Mission Point, they do walk you into the soundstage. And as you're walking in, everything's pitch black. Everything's pitch black. You walk into the soundstage area, and we're first walking in, and it's still dark, and somebody takes a picture with their camera, with their flash on, like, hi. But I'm really glad they did. As soon as the flash went, for some reason I was looking up at the catwalk, and there was a gentleman wearing a white t-shirt and blue jeans standing in the catwalk, and it looked like he was almost leaning over, and he had this smile on his face. And when I say smile, I'm like, "Hey, how are you?" It was like, "Why are you here?" A really malicious, chilled me to my bones smile. And I looked at the person next to me who was also looking there, and I looked up, and they just said, "Yeah." So and then I went to talk to the tour guide, fabulous dude by the name of Lemick. He's fabulous. I want to find him on socials one of these days. And I just went up to him and I said, "What was Harvey wearing when he died?" He's like, "Well, nobody recorded this, but it's been known that he's been seen around the island wearing a white t-shirt and blue jeans." So I needed to change my pants after that one. So I know for a fact that I saw Harvey. And it still scares me to this day because that smile, that was not a friendly smile. And Harvey has been known to not be so kind to the women visitors to the island because of his ill fate. I have lots and lots of stories of things that I've seen on Mackinac Island. So if you're interested in hearing more, definitely let me know because there's lots to be told there. I'm trying to find the picture on my passport, but I do have a picture that I captured of a little girl spirit in the theater of Mission Point. So if I can find that, I'll definitely share that with you guys. But yeah, a little bit of a quicker one tonight. It's been a bit of a long day on our end here. But I wanted to make sure that I shared Ben's story because I thought it was really quick to the point, but filled with enough spook that it was definitely worthy of the list. And then to share one of my favorites with you too. As always, trifecta. Like the video. Give me a comment on what your favorite parts were of Ben's story and of Harvey's story. If you want to hear more about Harvey, there's more that I can investigate and look into on that. Ben, feel free to submit more stories. But also what would mean the most to me would be if you subscribed and joined the family. And I do want to send a personal shout out to the fabulous subscriber that joined me from Dad's live stream today. It means a lot that you guys are helping me to get the word out about my channel. I love having you all here. All are welcome in the fam. Azzy and I do appreciate it. So, like I said, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel so you can join the fun. Tomorrow night, I think we're gonna revisit Michael and his bedtime adventures and do part 2. So again, comment, subscribe, and until tomorrow night, sleep well, my kids. Good night.